Well, another big game this week.
Yeah, it seems like it's a week-by-week thing, right? We don't even have any time to really celebrate the week before. Coach gave us 2 days off, which I think was much needed, as that was a very physical game, and it was Thanksgiving Day weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody! But just to come out of that one versus a team that I thought was peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
We played them really tough. Our defense played an incredible game. Special teams found a way to score a touchdown. And in those cold, tough weather atmosphere games, you have to be able to protect the quarterback, protect the ball, and run the ball. And we did all three of those things. We gave up 0 sacks. I don't think we turned the ball over, and our run game was phenomenal. So that's why this team, in my opinion, is built for the playoffs. And we just got to find a way to get in and punch our ticket. But the road's not going to be easy, but we still have a chance.
The 14-play drive in the second quarter that took 8 minutes off the clock. There's not many 14-play drives in the CFL, but it seemed to be a drive where it's like, okay, we're just going to take what they give them, and we're going to have to play as efficient at football as you could, and you did.
That's exactly right. And we were going into the wind, which I think is huge in a game like that, because it seemed like most of the points scored were going with the wind. And for us to kill 8 minutes of the clock on one drive and finish with a touchdown and not a field goal, sometimes you go away from those 14-play drives, and when you run 14 plays, it's not everything goes your way, so you end up kicking a field goal, and we were able to finish with a touchdown. And so for me, I felt like that was a huge turning point in the game, because they just went up 10-3 on us. Offensively, we squandered a couple opportunities early where we had good field position, and we came away with 0 points. So we were able to drive the field and just sustain the drive. Everybody did what they needed to do. The details were at an all-time high, and that's what this offense is. When everybody's just locked into their job and understanding their assignment, this offense is really, really good.
When Rankin breaks through and gets another big run like that, are you expecting him to get a big run, or are you shocked that he keeps doing it?
I don't think it'd be fair to him to expect it every single time he touches the ball, but at this pace, he does it basically every time he touches the ball. So to have that kind of dynamic threat on your team, I've never been a part of a team that's had so many explosive plays in the run game. And when I talk explosive plays, usually you're talking 10 to 20 yards. This is 50, 60, 70 yards, touchdown, game-changing plays. So to have that luxury and to have him here, it's been incredible, and it's been super fun to watch. I told you guys after the game, I got front row tickets when I hand the ball off to Rankin and just watch him work. I got front row tickets, and it's pretty spectacular.
And the situation, as you said, I mean, you're still in the playoff hunt, but all you got to do is win, right? I mean, you're in an ultimate where you still have to win, so it puts more pressure on these guys. And you've said in the past that this is good for this young football team.
Without a doubt, it puts a ton of pressure on these young guys early, and that's another reason why I think if we find ourselves in the playoffs, I don't think the atmosphere is going to be too big for these guys. Yeah. The atmosphere has been big the last 3 weeks, and going into this game, the atmosphere is going to be another big game. Like, this is playoff football, and I've been in playoff games, and I feel the same type of pressure, because it's if you lose, you go home, essentially, and now you're playing for pride and a paycheck. For us to be able to win against very talented teams, all teams that have playoff contention or teams that are in the playoffs, and nothing's going to change the next 2 weeks, going against BC and then Calgary after that. But we're not even looking at Calgary. We have to take care of business against BC. The nice thing is we play them on Friday, and then on Saturday we'll figure out what has to happen. But it's always nice to be able to control your own destiny before you see, because I think sometimes that can create a distraction to guys. And I've been around a part of guys where it's a distraction. You're scoreboard watching, and then you're trying to focus on the game. I like that we can just focus on our task at hand, and that's going into BC and playing arguably the best team in the CFL right now, the way that they're playing and the way that they've been trending upwards. A very talented defense. Their defensive line is getting after quarterbacks. Betts has been sacking quarterbacks at will, and their offense is the #1 offense in the league, and finding ways to score a lot of points and a lot of yardage. So as an offense, we can help by staying on the field. Those eight minute drives that you talk about aren't always going to happen, but those are big in games like this, and finishing with 7 points. We have a great kicker in Vinny, and we got a lot of trust in him, but we have to finish drives with touchdowns, because I've been a part of a lot of playoff games where you kick too many field goals and you end up losing a close one because you didn't finish in the end zone.
Right. Do you feel like you guys are feeling, I guess, a little more comfortable going in a game like this week, just because you have been kind of in basically must-win territory for the last few weeks?
I think intensity of the game is something we're more comfortable with, but whenever you're back against the wall, you're never comfortable. Knowing that everything kind of has to go your way, you have to play some of your best ball, and you have to find a way to win a football game even when you're not playing your best ball. That's where the pressure comes from, and I think comfortability in the situation is a little bit better, but in terms of what we have ahead of us, in terms of how good BC is, and us going out there to their place, and going to be a tough, hostile environment, we're going to see what kind of team we have. But I'll say this, from going 1-6 to where we're at now, to be playing meaningful football with 2 weeks left in the season, speaks character to the guys in that locker room, to the coaches that coach us. Nobody gave up, and we've just continued to fight, and our fans have stuck by us the entire side. And so we just want to continue to make them proud, make our coaches proud, make our teammates proud.
Mark Killam on our postgame show said the Kordell's touchdown was one of those plays where he's like, oh no, oh yes, oh yes. Were you watching that? I know you're getting ready to come in probably. Were you watching that, and what was going through your mind?
I was watching that. I thought that was Larry upstairs helping us out with a little kick to the sideline into Kordell's hands there. Sometimes there's things you can't explain, but right there, I was telling guys on the sideline, I was like, that's Larry's impact on the game, and he's watching over us, and it just kind of went our way. And the fact that KJ had the awareness to scoop the ball. Most guys just jump on the ball when it's been kicked around like that. The fact that he was able to scoop it up and score, it's always fun on the sideline and it's offense when you see that, because then you just go to the lineman and be like, hey, great drive, fellas, great drive. And even though we didn't do anything, right? So it's always a good morale thing. It's good for the team. And sometimes those plays are belief plays. Sometimes you see those happen and you're like, okay, we're not going to lose this game. And sometimes that's all it takes for that belief to set in. And then when the game gets close, you've already set that belief in your mind that, hey, we're not losing this game, and we found a way to win that football game versus a very good Winnipeg team.
Thanks, Cody.
All right.